All right. Say we're live. We're live. So if you all are joining us tonight, Facebook Live in the Hive, we have a guest tonight. Hello. Hi, everyone. When you get a chance, please comment so that we know you're out there.
This is Miles.
This is our Miles. Miles sees himself on the camera and he's loving it. There we go. Hi, Gail.
I'll go see if I can find you.
Hi. Say hello. Say hello, Gail. Hello, Doris. Say hello, hello. Miles can see himself in the camera and he's loving it. He's also looking around my stamp room because I've got all kinds of lights on and stuff. Oh my goodness, are you going to say hello? Say hi to everyone. Yeah, say hi. Hello, Kathleen. Hello, Margaret. Everyone is enjoying this. Hi, Tina. The new home is wonderful. Oh, there's Miss Andrea and Ferris. I'll scoot down a little bit. Hi, Ferris. Ferris, can you say hi?
Can you wave? Oh, there we go.
There we
the
go.
opposite of what you think.
Yes, it is the opposite. Say hi. Say hi.
You know how to wave.
So this was a surprise. This was not planned this evening.
No.
But anyway, we've had snow and ice, and the county in which our daughter lives in has some restrictions now on boiling water, and she just felt it would be safer to be with us tonight because we're on well water. So I'm getting all kinds of compliments.
Ferris, wave.
Can you wave, Ferris, and say hi to the ladies? They always ask me every week, how are the boys?
Say hi.
And now you get to see them. We have guest stampers tonight. Oh, yes, he's going to grab the camera. Everyone says hello.
Now, these names
All
have to get
right.
stamped now.
I know. We're getting ready to stamp. We're going to make. You want to show the ladies what we're going to make? Oh, my goodness. He wants to stand on top of the table. Oh, my goodness.
I thought that was hilarious.
Let's show them what we're going to make tonight, okay?
Miles.
Let's see if we can show them.
Cute little stamps.
We have a brand new calendar for 2025, and we're going to be using Terrific Toadstools bundle tonight. And then on the other side, we actually have the calendar, and it's right here. All right, I'll let you go to Dad. Dad is also right here. Night, night, Ferris. Say night, night.
You can wave, just not on cue yet. We'll get there. We'll get there.
That's a good job.
Good job, Miles.
Aw. I hope you all enjoyed that. I know you ask me every Wednesday, how are the boys? So as you can see, the boys are doing really well. Oh, me. So much to catch you up on. Just tons to catch up on. Gosh, where do we start? I hope all of you had a wonderful Christmas. I hope you had a fantastic holiday. And a wonderful new year. So happy new year to everyone. We did move on December 16th, and I was able to unpack enough items for my kitchen and enough items for the dining room and family room so that we could have all the kids over for Christmas. And so that was lots of fun. And I'm a bit overwhelmed sometimes when I look at all the boxes in the garage. And so I am taking one room at a time. I'm almost done with the kitchen, and I do need to start on the dining room. So I'm focusing on the kitchen and dining room. Hope to have that all done by next weekend. And today I actually started on the stamp room. So I am going to show you, first of all, the cabinets have not been installed yet. And so we're waiting for that to happen. I hope by February. I'm on the list. And so I've been organizing the boxes in the room. I am adding folding tables in my room to put everything on. And if you look behind me, you're going to see all of my ink, my blends, my markers, and ink refills. That's on a foldable table. So that is right behind me along with the paper cutter. So yes, you're right, Donna. It is one box at a time. Absolutely. So today, I did get to spend time organizing the room. Still have a lot to do in here. And I'm also getting ready for upcoming hostess clubs and Facebook Lives for the month. So there's lots going on here in the stamp room. I'm gonna flip my camera because I do want you to see. Hang on a second. There we go. So you are looking at what's in front of me right now. So you can see all of my paper holders. And I can zoom in. So here you're gonna see all of my cardstocks and my paper holders. I organized them today like the cardstock is in the catalog. I've got tons of totes and things that need to be put away. You are going to notice a door next to the paper. That door is an insulated door, and when you open it, it is a storage room. So that's getting pretty full too. So anyway, that's kind of what my stamp room looks like right now. And so you can see I still have a lot more to organize just so that I can work in here before the cabinets are installed. So I am getting there. But it does take time. Thank you, Carol. I do need to give myself grace. But I have found out two things. Okay. I have found out two things in unpacking. First of all, when I open a box, I feel like I immediately need to unpack that box. So during the Christmas break, Tom would bring in a box looking for something, and I'm like, don't bring in any more boxes because I feel like I have to stop and unpack. So we still have some kitchen boxes to go through. So I know once I do those, I'll be ready to put that way. But I guess our kitchen is probably 90% done. And then of course the Christmas dishes are out because we use them over Christmas. So I can't wait to show you the stamp room in the coming months. It's going to be a journey for all of us, and I can't wait for the install and to organize it. And I've decided as I organize each cabinet and as I organize the punches and the ribbons, I'm going to share that for you as I unbox the craft room. So thank you, everyone. Thank you. I'm so glad you love the space. It's going to be a great space. It's going to have a large island in the center of the room. So I can't wait to show you all that. I can't wait to see it myself. So you're right, Margaret. I have the rest of my life to unpack. So true. So that's what's going on with the unpacking. And we've had snow here in Virginia this week. And we are expecting more on Friday evening. So it's really wreaking havoc with my hostess clubs that are supposed to be this weekend. So it's a bit crazy. It's a bit dicey trying to figure out and reschedule things. So for those of you watching who are part of Hostess Club, you will hear from me tomorrow. I'm probably going to shoot everyone a text about what is going on. So, oh, thanks, Rhonda. Yeah, we're going to do it together. We're going to unbox things together, organize it, and put it away. So it's going to be fun for all of us. So. As many of you know, it is a brand new mini catalog. I know you all know that. It launched yesterday. If you're in need of a mini catalog, please let me know. I would love to send it to you if you are currently not working with a demonstrator. You also know that it's sale-a-bration. And this is a great time to get free product. And so with every $60 in product purchased before shipping and tax, you can select a free gift. So keep that in mind, and we're going to be using one of those free gifts tonight, okay? There are also some brand new kits. So let me show you those real quick, okay? And I'm going to show them to you from my computer. All right. So right here, there is a new kit called Thank You. Let's see what it's called. Thank You Kindly Kit. It retails for $14 and it's right here. And the item number is 166258. So if you're interested in the Thank You Kindly Kit, that would be a good one for you. Let's see what's next. There is another kit. And it is, well, you know what? That's in French. So let's find it in English. How about that? Find it in English. I just typed in kits in my online store. Here's a brand new one. This is the Birthday Bash Kit. And you get these gift bags and little note cards. So that is another fun coordinating gift, especially with it being January and getting started with you know, birthdays and stuff for the year. That would be really good. Okay. All right. Hi, Margaret. I am happy that you're joining us tonight. I haven't been on Facebook in a while because I've been moving. And then we had the holidays and all that stuff. So, and Rhonda, you're right. The electronics, they had to come out first for sure. I knew exactly where the electronics were. Here is the Brightest Birthday Kit. It's right here, and it looks like you're going to get each of 3 different designs, and that item number is 165004. Okay. Now tonight we're going to be creating a calendar, and we're using the terrific Toadstools bundle. It is a stamp set with a coordinating builder punch. So I'm excited to share that with you. We're also going to be looking at an awesome designer paper. So I want to show you that real quick. This is a sale-a-bration item. So this designer paper pack is 6 by 6 inches. It's called Toadstool Gardens. And it's free with a minimum $60 purchase. So let's look at all the different designer papers. And I'm doing it this way because I've almost used every designer paper in my package. So this is one of them. Isn't that cute? So we'll go to the next one. Look how cute they are. This is the front and back of one of the sheets. Here's the front, and oh, I just showed you that one, didn't I? Now you get to see the other side of it. And here is another one. We're gonna be using these papers this evening. Here's the other side of it. So how many of you already have this paper pack? Here's the opposite side of it. All right, and here is another one. Isn't this paper awesome? I just love it. It's bright, it's cheerful. It has some amazing colors. There is another one of the sheets. And here is the opposite side of it. All right, so wanted to show you that paper. It is definitely one of my favorites. And again, it is free with a minimum $60 purchase. So Rhonda says she has ordered it, and so has Doris. Awesome. And Lisa's got the paper pack. That's great. I know, I love the paper and the punch. They are awesome. All right, so let me show you our calendar this evening, and then I'm going to show you where you can find it in your catalog. This is going to be the front of our calendar, and then you're going to learn how to create this stand right here. And then here is the opposite side of the calendar. All right. Oh, Diane likes this too. It's one of her favorites. So on page 53, and this is in your new mini catalog, you're going to find the Terrific Toadstools bundle on page 53. And this is a builder punch, and I'm going to show you how to use it this evening. You're going to love how this builder punch actually works. I am going to scoot up here. It says that this stamp is larger than the coordinating punch, and that's to ensure full coverage. So I'm going to show you exactly what that means, okay? And so the free paper is right here. It's called Toadstool Gardens, and it's on page 8 in the sale-a-bration brochure, all right? And so anyway, that's where you can find these wonderful things. I am going to share with you the measurements for the calendar. I'm going to give you a few minutes so that if you want, you can take a screenshot. So hopefully the measurements are correct. We'll find out tonight. And I'll see if I can I zoom in a little bit more? Let's see. There we go. I can. Okay, I'm hoping you had a chance to get a screenshot. If not, I will have this posted on my blog for you tomorrow. So Rhonda asked a great question. She wanted to know where the little calendar came from, and it is from tailoredexpressions.com. And these are the little minis. Let me measure, if I can find my ruler. I had my ruler here. I was going to measure the calendar for you. I can't believe my ruler's not here. It's been on my table all day long. Oh, here it is. Here it is. So the calendar itself measures 3 inches across and 2 1/4 inches. Okay, so the calendar measurement, 3 inches by 2 1/4, and there's the address below. All right. Okay, everyone. Oh, thank you, Diane. I appreciate it. Thank you for putting that information there. All right, I'm going to zoom out a little bit, okay? And again, this is the very first time that I'm in my new stamp room. So you're going to notice some different things. I've got an extra light here. I have a lot of lighting in my room, but a lot of times I get a shadow because my camera is right above my hands. So there's a shadow from the camera. So I'm working, you know, it's my first time in the new room. So things are just a little, I have to figure it all out again. So okay, well, we're going to get started, and let's go ahead and we'll start with this side first. And I always start with, hang on one second, that's not what I wanted. I start with the 8.5 by 11 inch sheet of cardstock, and it will actually make 2 calendars, okay? So this is the sheet of paper that I'm using, the cardstock. It is Melon Mambo, and this is 4 1/4 inches, all right? So if you have your paper on the 8.5 inch side, you would cut it at 4 1/4, and then you'll have 2 pieces, and then you're gonna rotate it, and you're going to score along the 11-inch side at 5.5 inches. All right, and so then we get the score line and we fold that. All right, so I'm gonna take my bone folder and I now have the base for the calendar. Okay, so I'm going to be using a different piece of designer paper this evening because I'm out of this one. And I think it's going to look just as cute. And so we're going to use this one tonight. And then I have actually cut the additional strip. So I'm using the same strip here, okay? That's the opposite side. But I'm out of this. And so I'm going to use this and we're gonna add that to it, okay? All right, so we're going to be using Stamp and Seal. By the way, it feels great to be with you all this evening. Thank you for being patient with me as I have gone through a move and the holidays. It's just been crazy, so, and I'm sure your holiday was certainly just as busy as mine. Now, this green paper here is directional, so I'm going to make sure that I've got my leaves going upward, okay? And it looks like I can probably zoom in a little bit more for y'all. All right, hang on. There we go. And then here, I'm going to add some Stamp and Seal. And by the way, I am still finding things in boxes and in my room. And so, and I was looking for my, my Stampin' mat, and of course, I haven't run across that yet. So, all right. So that is the first part. Thank you. Thank you so much, Nancy. I've missed being here too. It's nice to be back with you all. So now we're going to add this strip, okay? And again, measurements have already been posted for you in the beginning of the video, and I will certainly have them on my blog tomorrow. I am actually, well, I don't know why I'm using Tombow. I just feel like I'm gonna get better coverage than I would with the Stamp and Seal. So that's why I'm doing it. So Corinne says I'm still setting up my craft area after my move. So Corinne, when was your move? I would love to know. And I know it just takes time, right? I'm gonna put this right towards the side. About right there, okay? So you can put it over more if you want. And if you get real crazy, you know, sometimes I'll measure and make sure that it is the same. I've got 1¼ inches from the strip over to the end, 1¼ inches, okay? All right. So the next thing we're going to add, and I've already taken the time to cut these out for you, and I'm going to show you which dies I used, okay? All right. So I've used the Everyday Details for the pumpkin pie circle, and I'm gonna have to zoom out just a little just to get everything in here. And it was this die right here, which is the largest die. It's Everyday Details. It has retired, but when I created the calendar last month, it was still an active product. So largest circle right there, okay? And that's pumpkin pie. And now we're going to find the other one. It is going to be right here. And this is the Spotlight on Nature. And it is this one right here. okay? So if I were to measure the diameter, it's about 2 3/4 inches, okay? All right. So those are the circles we're using, and we are going to go ahead and get those attached to our card. And I'm just adding a little stamp and seal here, and I like to put it about in the middle, okay? Now, for those of you who have been following me for a while, you know that I make a calendar every January, and I think this is like my 6th or 7th calendar. So they are so fun. I love making them every year. And then I always keep the older ones and just put a new calendar on it. I am loving these comments. Oh my gosh. So Corinne moved the week before Christmas and the last after. Oh my gosh, crazy. And Diane says, I've not moved, but I feel like I have to reorganize my room every time a Stampin' Up! Shipment arrives. I get that. And Gail says, my stamping room looks like a bomb went off and I haven't moved and I am retired. That makes me feel great, Gail. I have plenty of time to get this done, right? So that part is done. And now what we're going to do is we're going to do some stamping. I'm going to show you how to stamp this toadstool just in case you haven't done it yet. All right. So we're going to move things out of the way. And these are my toadstools right here. And my first one is going to be inked in Melon Mambo. Donna just asked a great question. Are you going to have calendar kits available to purchase? I am, Donna. I am definitely going to do that, and I'll roll those details out tomorrow. I didn't have a chance to do it today, but I will make sure that you find out, okay? All right, so here we go. We're inking this up in Melon Mambo, and I actually want to look at the punch, which is right here. When I go to punch this, the toadstool's actually upside down, and I will show you what I mean by that, okay? All right, so we're going to stamp here. Sorry, you can't even see me stamping. And there's my Melon Mambo. Now let me just check. I'm gonna need another pumpkin pie over here. So we're gonna stamp 2 pumpkin pie toadstools, okay? And this one, I'm gonna put about right here, okay? And I'll try and zoom in for you. Again, I'm just trying to get used to my new Stampin' Digs and everything. So that's pumpkin pie. You're gonna need 2 of those. So now we're going to take our punch and we are going to insert it, okay? And you'll notice how I've turned that toadstool around. If I had the toadstool like this, okay, it would not work. If I had the toadstool like that, it would not work. I'm sorry. So we're turning it around this way, and we are going to punch it right there. Okay? And now we have our little toadstool. Now look, there isn't any white around the mushroom, okay? And so this is something new that Stampin' Up! Has done with this bundle, the coordinating stamp set along with the punch. And you can even see some of the ink there. So I'm gonna turn this back around because now I'm going to punch that smaller mushroom right there. let me just reposition that a little bit. And we're gonna punch the next one as well. And you can even see some of that ink that is on the basic white cardstock. Okay, let's turn these over. And again, there is no white around the space. That's correct, Nancy. No fussy cutting. Absolutely. You are right. All right. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is we're going to need some stems for our toadstools, okay? So I'm using a scrap piece of early espresso cardstock, and I'm going to insert it, and then I can punch out the stem. Now, if you use a skinny piece of cardstock, you won't have to punch the other things. All right, so that's my 3 stems that I needed for the calendar. Now I'm gonna put these in a safe spot, or at least I think I'm putting them in a safe spot. Let's come on back over, and we're going to add our mushroom now, or toadstool, whatever you want to call it. And I am going to be adding some dimensionals on the back. And I think I'm going to put it about right there. Okay? And then I'm going to position that other toadstool. I think it's very clever that they did it, and I have a feeling that the reason they did it was probably because we've asked for that for a while. Now, normally I would cut this dimensional in half or use a mini, but I can't find my scissors, and they were right here today. I mean, I've been using my scissors and all those things all day long. And we're gonna put this toadstool about right there, okay? Now we're going to add the stem, and the skinny part goes at the top, and I'm going to put just a little dab of multi-purpose glue, or Tombow glue, and I'm gonna take the stem, and I'm going to lay the stem right there, and I'm not gonna touch it. I really want it to dry. I'm gonna move it up a bit and just leave that for a second. Now, you can reverse the stem, okay? And I'll show you what I mean by that. We're gonna put another little piece of Tombow liquid glue there. And then I'm going to reverse this stem. And again, you can use take your pick tool to get it in position. And we'll take a few minutes to let it dry, and we can stamp our greeting while that is drying, okay? Isn't that fun? I mean, it's just, I just love it. And you know, we've got some nice solid images here. Hi, Susan, welcome. Susan, you missed the twins tonight, my twin grandsons. So when we're done tonight, you'll have to go back to the beginning and check it out. They're in the very beginning. All right, so we're gonna be using Melon Mambo again for the greeting. We are making a calendar for anyone who is just joining us. All right. And I'm going to hopefully get this straight. Fairly straight, I'll go with it. It is a happy calendar, and I think it's the colors. It's just so bright and cheery. It really is. Oh, my stem moved. It's supposed to be drying, so hang on one second. And I'm gonna put that back like that. And then we're gonna pop this up. Oh gosh, Susan. Well, Susan, you haven't missed anything on the craft room tour because I am currently in my new stamp room getting used to the lighting, and I don't have any cabinets yet, and so things are still in boxes, but I did give everyone a sneak peek of the room. All right, so that's where I am going to add the greeting. Now I'm going to add two Granny Apple Green stems, and I'll show you where I got them. The only reason that I used this one is because everything else was packed up for the move. So this is the mini pocket envelope dies. There are 10 of these, and I used this stem, and I cut out 2 of these in Granny Apple Green. This is no longer available, but I will tell you, be creative because we have so many stems. Almost every flower set that Stampin' Up! Has, we've got stems, all right? Or you can even use one of our punches. So don't feel like you have to have that particular die because you don't. I'm gonna just move my camera, y'all, just a little bit. It's moving on me. And I think that's been my problem the whole time. All right, hopefully that's gonna be better. Okay, so with this, I like to take a glue dot. And here it is right here. And I'm actually gonna add that glue dot to the front of the leaf at the bottom, okay? So it's at the front, at the bottom, and I am going to just tuck this in, okay? And now you can see that I have added one of the stems, okay? Now we're gonna do it again. And by putting this on the top of the stem, it's going to stick to the words, to the greeting, okay? You could certainly do it the other way, but that's kind of how I tend to do it. Now I'm gonna zoom in and you can get a closer look at your calendar. All right, that's the front right there, okay? We're gonna flip it over in a second. I'm letting those stems dry some more. They take just a few minutes. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop over to the other side, okay? Thank you, Corinne. Corinne says the birthday celebration set has stems that would work. It's a new set. Thank you so much. Yeah, it definitely would. All right. So I'm going to give it a few more minutes. I think what we'll do is I'll go ahead and show you the stand, and we will put that on the calendar. Well, we won't put it on the calendar, but I'll show you how to cut it and score it. All right, ruler. So for this stand, and by the way, when I refer to the stand, I'm talking about the piece that goes in the middle so that it will stand up on your desk, okay? All right, so you're going to want this to measure 4 1/4 inches, all right? And then this is 4 inches. And then when you have it on the 4-inch side, score at 1 inch, score at 2 inches, score at 3 inches, okay? And then what you'll do is you just fold it in half, and then you're gonna bring one side up, and then you're gonna bring up the other side, okay? And when you do that, that is going to make the stand. So while we're waiting for those stems to dry, because I don't want them to move around when we work on the other side of the calendar, we are actually going to add the tear and tape right along here. All right. And you just do that twice, okay? And then we're gonna flip it over. We're gonna do it again. And then I'll just tear that right there. All right, so if I were to open it back up, this is where you have the tear and tape. And then remember, we folded in half. We brought this side up. We turned it around. We brought this side up. And so it should look like this, which is the letter W, okay? And I'm going to show you how to put that on later, after we do the calendar side. All right. All right, so here we go. We're going to open this up and work on the other side now. And again, we're using the designer paper. It's absolutely free with a minimum $60 purchase. And I'm calling it my sale-a-bration product of the week. Oops. It's 4 inches by 5¼ inches. If you're just joining me after the broadcast tonight, you can go back and watch the beginning. And not only will you see my cute, adorable, identical twin grandsons, but you'll also see all the measurements and you can do a screenshot. It'll also be on my blog tomorrow. All right, so this is our second side right here. And let's see what we want to do next. I like to take these two pieces. I like to figure out about where I want this on the calendar and about where my calendar is going to lay. And I actually like that. So I think that's what we're gonna do. And again, you can use tear and tape here, or you can use your multi-purpose liquid glue. I'm gonna put it about here. Let's see. Yep, that'll work. And then if you want to measure, and sometimes I get a little crazy, that's about 2 inches, okay? So that's like 2 inches from the bottom of the DSP to the bottom of that, all right? Woohoo! I'm so glad you did, Nancy. That is so awesome. Now we're gonna take our Granny Apple Green. Thank you, Lee. And we're gonna add some tear and tape there. We're gonna position this. This is what our calendar is going to rest on. So even if you wanted to use tear and tape on the back of the Granny Apple Green, you could do that. Okay, let's go ahead. We're gonna add our calendar. Yes, I will be offering calendar kits. I'll roll that information out tomorrow when I post this to my blog, okay? Now, I always like to add tear and tape to the back of my calendars because it's going to be standing up all year long, and I don't want it to fall, okay? So Susan has earned four of the Toadstool papers. The paper is just too darling. And in all honesty, I saw the terrific Toadstools bundle in the mini, and I thought, it's okay. I don't know if I really want mushrooms. And then when I went to the sale-a-bration catalog, I saw the designer paper, and I was sold. So that is the whole reason I got this bundle because of the paper. And I thought it would be bright and cheerful to have on my desk all year. All right, so your calendar is just going to get centered here. All right, and by the way, I may not have mentioned this, but I'm going to give this calendar away tonight. So you do need to be present, all right, in order to win, okay? Will I use them in class? Actually, Susan, we made this calendar last month during our hostess club. So yes, we made the calendar in class, and I would definitely use it for a class, absolutely. I am going to use a brand new punch tonight to punch this melon mambo shape right here. So let me show you where you can find it. It's actually on the very next page, page 54. It's right after the Terrific Toadstools. And this is the punch. You can bundle with the Hugs for Love stamp set and the coordinating punch. And it's called To the Point Label Punch. It's $23 by itself, but you can bundle these two and save 10%. Now, if you like this punch, and if you're like me, I just love punches anyway, I'm gonna show you another stamp set that coordinates with the very same punch. This is page 58, and here is the other stamp set. Now, you can't bundle the punch with this stamp set. This would be an addition, but isn't it nice? All right. So yeah, we're getting super close now to finishing up our calendar here. I'm going to punch one of these shapes with that new punch. It's Melon Mambo, by the way. Melon Mambo. And I'm going to position it so that it is going this way. You could certainly do it this way. All right, it's not gonna matter. Yes, Doris, it would look great in your craft room. I can't wait to see who wins this tonight. This will be my first mailing from the new house. How about that? The first mailing. So this is a great prize tonight. Now we're going to take out a basic white stitched circle. I'm going to show you where you can find that. You're going to find it in Stylish Shapes. And it is number 1, 2, 3. It's the third from the smallest to largest, okay? And that is where that came from. We're going to stamp with Granny Apple Green. I know you're gonna ask me where this came from just to brighten your day. Who can help me with that? Because in all honesty, I can't remember which stamp set I used for that. Maybe it was a sale-a-bration set. Now I'm trying to remember. So, who can tell me where this stamped greeting is from? It is current, I will tell you that, and it's either from the mini or it is from sale-a-bration. We're gonna stamp right here. There we go. And it's stamped really nice. Thank you, Kathleen. Kathleen's loving it. Kathleen is loving the calendar. I'm gonna add some dimensionals, of course. Why wouldn't I, right? I know, the Toadstools are so cute. Didn't think I needed the Toadstools. All right. So now we're gonna add this right in the center, okay? And now we're gonna go back to our toadstool top. And I'll just put that right in the middle. And we're gonna add it about right there, okay? Actually, I'm gonna reposition that. Oh gosh. Oh, Irma, hello. Thanks for joining. Feel better, my friend. I'm so sorry you're not feeling well. The move went smoothly, Irma, and we've been in our house 3 weeks. I think 3 weeks. So we're slowly getting things unpacked. Doris, great question. This greeting is not from a stamp set that uses the punch. So I am so sorry, ladies. I used these words and I can't even remember where it's from, but it's current. I do know that. And I'll remember it by tomorrow and put it on the supply list. All right, so this time I'm gonna add that little dab of glue again. And then I am going to take the stem. Remember, the stem is reversible. You can use it in either direction, all right? Now I'm curious as to where I got the greeting from. I just can't remember. All right, and let me move this out a little bit. There we go. We want to see some of that stem right there. Okay, that's going to need a second to dry before we add the stand to it. All right. I've got just a few minutes while we're waiting for that to dry. I'll actually look in the catalog. This is going to drive me crazy. All right. And by the way, next week, I believe we are going to be working with Ocean. Is it Ocean Friends? I'm trying to remember what we're doing. Or it might be, I know which one it is. We're gonna do the online exclusive with the hearts for Valentine's. All right. Yeah, it's definitely recent. This is crazy. Maybe it was, could it have been a sale-a-bration greeting? Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. I didn't see it in the mini, by the way. Did not see that greeting in the mini. Let me look. I'm gonna look here in sale-a-bration. It could have been an online exclusive. I'm so sorry to mislead y'all tonight. Gosh. That's gonna drive me crazy until I find it. It's not in sale-a-bration either. So I'll have to find that for you all so that we can, you'll know, where that stamp is from. I love the Krabby set. It could be an online exclusive, Doris. Maybe that's what it is, and I'll have to go and look. All right, so now what we're gonna do is, I'm adding some extra light here if you see some blinking. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna add the stand. Now I like my stand to be a W, and I'm gonna show you what I mean by that, okay? Do you see that this is a W? That is how I want to connect those two pieces together, just like this, okay? Now you can do it either way and it will work both ways. It's okay, but I like that little W. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to peel off just one side of the calendar base, okay? Hang on one second. There we go. And then I am gonna have to turn this now. Again, I want that W. So if I do it this way, hang on one second. Once I figure it out, I will share it with you. Okay, that'll work. All right. I'm going to add this to the bottom. Okay, so that is what I've done. I've now connected it. I've got my W. I'm going to peel off this tear and tape, and I'm going to add it right here. Okay, right there. And that will give me the W. But if you do it with an M, that is okay too. So Kathleen says to pray for those affected by the fires in California. My brother-in-law had to evacuate. I am so sorry to hear that, Kathleen. I watched the CBS News this evening, the national news, and the entire broadcast spoke of the fires, and I cannot even imagine being in that type of situation. I just cannot fathom it. So hopefully your brother will be fine. I certainly hope so. All right, so now that I've added that, you see my W? It's there, okay? So I was able to achieve that again. I hope that made sense. Sometimes it can be kind of hard to see. And then it will stand up for you right on your desk, all right? And we're gonna give this away. Would y'all like me to give this away this evening? I tell you what I'm gonna do. I was gonna show you the measurements again for the calendar, but it looks like I need to go ahead. I've got to collect the comments. That'll take me just a few minutes. And by the way, if you are shopping with me during sale-a-bration, especially during sale-a-bration, that is my host code, okay? And I am now gathering the info for our drawing, so be sure to comment. If you haven't commented, be sure to do so. And gosh, what else did I want to tell you? You must be present to win, okay? You must be on tonight in order to win the calendar. All right. And I am getting Facebook comments now. I like it, Diane. Sharing, loving, and crafting. Woohoo! Ladies, we have 150 comments. All right, so I'm gonna go down here now and I'm gonna hit start, and let's see who is going to win this calendar that we just created. Here goes. Susan Strickland, you are the winner tonight. Susan, are you still watching? I have a feeling you are. I have a feeling you are. Susan Strickland. Yeah, you can actually mail this as a card, Susan. All right. So Susan Strickland is our winner. Susan, I'm going to be mailing this out to you tomorrow. Yes, Susan, you just won. See your name? Susan, if you'll do me a favor, I know I have your address, but if you could just send me a Facebook message with the address, that would be so awesome. It'll make it really, really fast for me to get in the mail to you. It'll be my first mailing for my new house. Congrats, Susan. I am so excited for you. Hot dog. Now, for those of you who did not win the calendar tonight, I will be offering calendar kits. I will have all those details tomorrow on my blog. I will also put tonight's video on my blog, as well as the measurements, and as well as a Be Inspired sheet. Now, my Be Inspired sheet includes photos, as well as measurements and supplies, okay? So here's one side of Susan's calendar. She's got that cute little stand in there, so it'll stand up on her desk this year. And then here is the other part. So congrats to Susan. Very happy that you won. You know, my phone, I have to adjust my camera stand because that's what's been moving all night. It hasn't so much been me as it's been the stand. So anyway, I hope all of you have a fantastic week ahead. Remember to shop during sale-a-bration. With every $60 minimum purchase, you'll earn a free product. And there's my host code so that you can shop with me this month. Also, and I actually did not add this, but hang on one second. Let me get rid of that. Let me show you. This month, when you purchase anything in my online store, you're going to get a free package of the party dots. So that's absolutely free to any qualifying order during the month of January. So, and they'll be mailed to you towards the end of the month because I have to get them ordered. So I am so happy that you're all here this evening and that you joined me. I had a great time. I will be back next week. Let me look at that suite that we're working on. The online suite that we're going to be creating cards with is Hearts of Elegance. And that is one of the online exclusives. And that's what we're going to be creating projects and cards with that next week, okay? So put it on your calendar, all right? I'll see you next week. I'm looking forward to it. And I just thank you so much for being here. Thank you for not forgetting about me. It's been a minute since I've been live. So have a great week, everyone. Stay safe, and I'll see you next Wednesday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Take care.